So much success with Houston. Sends one deep to left field. Going back on it is Alvarez all the way to the track. That ball is off the wall. And Minnesota will strike first. And guess who? It's Carlos Correa to put the Twins on top in Houston. Their first lead of the series.
I thought that was gone. Correa smashed that one in the first inning off of Framber Valdez, who did not look very good. What else is new? But Correa has been great this postseason and specifically this series. 3 for 4, 2 doubles, 3 runs batted in, a couple of beautiful web gems to get the second and final out of the 9th inning. He looked good. I stuck around at Minute Maid Park after the game was done for Carlos Correa's press conference. The press conferences are always tricky because you have to raise your hand to have someone pass you a microphone, and sometimes the person that is handing the microphone out to ask questions doesn't see you. I wanted to ask this question, and luckily Jose Jesus de Ortiz asked this at the very end. He asked, "Hey, Carlos, what did you make of the fans booing you out there?"
Well, they're rooting for their team, right? And I'm not on their team anymore. After everything I did for the organization, that's in the past, and now, like I've moved forward, they move forward as well, and I understand it. They want their team to win, and they want me to strike out every time. It's totally normal.
I get the boos after he stuffed Framber into a locker, but hearing him say that and just looking at his face as he said that at the press conference yesterday, I'm not going to lie. I felt bad for Carlos there. He said the classy thing there, but I actually think it does bother him a little bit. You hear at the very beginning of the clip there where he's talking about all the things that he did for the organization. Even Josh Reddick, who I guess was introduced as the Woo captain today, he tweeted about it. Like, why are people booing Correa? I suppose, hey, if the crowd's going to show any life whatsoever, they may as well show some life. But the only thing that people could get up for yesterday was Carlos Correa at the plate and booing Carlos Correa at the plate. It's kind of sad that that's the only thing you got up for. That's pretty much it.
And it's kind of like what you should, because before the series we talked about should he get a standing ovation before his first at bat.
He should have. Now you can boo. It's fine to boo, but that's all you had for him, and it just feels wrong to me. It does. I get it. He left. He signed for more money. No one defended the Astros' honor and stood up for this team more than that guy did. And no one delivered in more postseason moments than that guy did. Like, that guy was about as good as it gets for you in the playoffs during his time here.
But like I said, like when we're having the discussion about the standing ovation, like I wasn't for the standing ovation. I also said, but you shouldn't boo him. Like you just don't cheer for the opposition in a playoff game. It's the freaking playoffs, the MLB playoffs. He can send you home, and guess what? Yeah. Yesterday he won the game for the other team. So there is an aspect of it of like, hey, you can still love Carlos Correa, guys. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't have to be you love him as he's beating your team or you hate him just because he left, even though it was kind of mutual. Like the Astros did not put forth a competitive offer whatsoever to sign him. So I get it. And they also have just as good of a shortstop now who's cheaper. Like, they came out looking pretty good. Who won the ALCS MVP and World Series MVP his rookie year? Like, there's no hurt feelings here for the Astros. There's no reason to actually boo.
He throws a mean pelvic thrust too.
Yeah, they did. Did they step on the celebration game? We'll discuss that next. But I think the booing is a little. I think it's a little too much, especially a guy who has the Astros DNA of if you boo him, he's good. he shoves it down your throat when you boo him. Yeah, don't do that to any of the 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Yeah. Don't do it to any of those. If a Houston Astro played on those teams, do not boo them.
Honestly, Sean, like if there was a moment to be quiet, of which there were many moments last night in the Minute Maid Park crowd,
3 hours of
just dead silence when Correa comes up. Dead silence. Act
Give
like
him
you're going to
nothing.
go get a $700 El Tiempo margarita. Someone just texted me in, the prices went up. I did not go get an El Tiempo margarita. Someone tried to convince me to go and get one when things weren't going so well for the Astros, but I stood firm in the pocket.
Sober October?
Sober October
still
is
on?
still intact.
There we go.
I even went to a bar on Friday night, and I did not have a drink. I just had seltzer water.
Wow.
I know. I felt like a dork.
Wow. Good job.
The person
Paul.
I was out there with was calling me a P word, too. And I was like, well, thanks. You're a really supportive
2023,
friend.
dude.
I know.
Keywords are strong.
I know. What a non-supportive friend.
Yeah,
I'm trying
no.
to better myself here.
Everyone at the station's trying to, we're trying to help you out. We're trying to support you, give you the love that you need in this time.
Another text. The booing is fine. When did y'all get so soft? Loser mentality. Well, it's more that the only thing that you guys got up for was to boo Carlos Correa.
That's the issue. Is that it's the lack of engagement at any other time other than where, I don't know. That doesn't have to be the only time you get loud. Is to boo Carlos Correa. Boo again, like the most, not only one of the best Astros of their golden run, but like the one who was the most, like, when the world was against the
that's what I
Astros, he was
mean.
the one that stood up for him.
That's what I don't get.
He was always after whatever 2019 when all this stuff came out. Like Carlos Correa was my favorite Astro because he would be like, "Let me tell you what happened."
Yeah, he grabbed the microphone. Let me tell you about the facts.
Yeah,
like with Ken Rosenthal.
Ken Rosenthal. This is America.